book of Daniel, chapter 12, verse 1. And at that time, Michael shall stand up, that great prince which standeth for the children of thy people, the Israelites. And there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. And at that time, thy people, the elect of Israel, shall be delivered, every one that shall be found written in the book. All praises to Yahweh, by Hashem Habushah, Wahara Kakwadash. The honors of the elders and the apostles of the great millstone. Shalom to the hopeful elect that's seeking to be the elect of the nation of Israel. They're scattered abroad amongst the heathen, some look like the heathen. Begin with the 144,000 preachers, teachers, and prophets. Shalom. As you see at the top, it says Iran war escalates. How apocalyptic is it going to get? And that's their screen, what do you call it? Their cover screen. This is by YouTube handle is 13WHA MTV News. It says key energy infrastructure destroyed in strikes, causing oil and energy price spike. They said how apocalyptic is it going to get? Well, the word apocalyptic means to reveal. All right. But we know what they're talking about. But let's just get what the word apocalyptic means. Apocalyptic. I should just put apocalypse. It says apocalyptic, pertaining to the revelation of St. John in the New Testament. So it's going into end times, the revelation. So how apocalyptic is it going to get? It's the end. All right? To uncover, disclose, reveal. So these prophecies are being revealed at the end. Or is it, shit, I just drew a blank, man. Let's get Habakkuk 2 real quick. In the end, it shall manifest. Habakkuk 2 real quick. Habakkuk 2 and 3. For the vision, let's start at 1. I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower, and will watch to see what he will say unto me, and what I will answer when I am reproved. And the Lord Yahweh Shema shall answer me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry. So at the end, these prophecies will speak, which is now. All right? When you go back to Daniel, proving that, hey, we at the end. See, these prophecies playing out is a sign of the end of Esau's empire. Daniel 12 and 4. But thou, O Daniel, shut up the words and seal the book, even to the time of the end. Many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall be increased. So these prophecies are happening when? At the end. Where's the end is manifest. And that's in Matthew 24. That's exactly where it is. We'll get that one too. Second Esdras chapter 9. And 1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world in which he made. That's why these prophecies are happening at the end. These plagues are happening at the end. Judgment is happening at the end. The end of what? Esau's empire. That's the world that we're at the end of, not the end of the globe. All right, not the end of the globe. Okay, it says, therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. For like as all that is made in the world has a beginning and the end is manifest, meaning revealed. Alright? Even so, the times also of the highest have plain beginnings and wonder and powerful works and endings and effects and signs. So we're at the end where we're about to see how so-called apocalyptic it's about to be. Because this is the time of what? Revealing the revelation, the uncover of prophecy. It says uncover, disclose, reveal. See, apocalypse. The original general sense was prophetic. The meaning pertaining to the imminent end of the world, which would be the age. All right, let's get apocalypse. So you want to know how apocalyptic is going to be, or how bad it's going to be at the end? We'll get a couple scriptures. It says apocalypse. Now, let's jump down to right here. I'm sorry, this is right here. The biblical story, sometimes interpreted as being about the end of the world, meaning the end of an age, is part of the revelation in John of Patmos' book, Apocalypse, a title rendered into English as Apocalypse. It says Apocalypse. From this comes the sense violent or horrific end of the world. You see? From this comes the sense violent or horrific end of the world. So that's how bad it's going to be. At the end, it's going to be what? Horrific, horrible. As we read in Daniel 12, the worst time ever since it was a nation. All right? And now, what's going to be going on at the revealing of prophecy, the worst time ever since it was a nation? Well, let's just get it. Jeremiah 30:4, and these are the words that the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai spake concerning Israel and concerning Judah. All 12 tribes of Israel is going into the judgment of the 2/3 of Israel. For thus said the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai, we have heard a voice of trembling, of fear, and not of peace. This is the end. Ask ye now and see whether a man do a travail with child. You ever seen a man as if he's pregnant? Wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins, as a woman in travail, and all faces are turned into paleness. So this horrific, violent end consists of men being terrified out of their mind, more terrified than women. And the man is the stronger vessel, and the woman is the weaker vessel. Let that marinate. So it's being explained how horrific and how violent it's about to be. It says, alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. Right? The elected Israel will be saved out of it, but it's upon the whole world. Right? Most definitely over here in America, it's primarily talking about America. All right? So the end, as we're reading, is going to violent, horrific prophecies. Let's get Matthew 24:3. And as he sat upon the mountain of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, tell us, when shall these things be, and what shall be the sign of thy coming, and the end of the world? Now you get this word, world. This will say aeon, which is the end of an age, the end of a kingdom, the end of a time period. See, the end of the world is not the destruction of the globe, as Christians tell you. No, remember Yahweh Shema Shah raiseth up kings. He settled down kings and raised up kings, and we got next. Matter of fact, we'll prove that. When you get this word for world in Matthew 23, you see? And 3, Aeon.
Strong's G 165. I own.
This is the Greek way of saying world. It's three different meanings of world. You have Aeon, which we're about to read, which is forever. An unbroken age, perpetuity of time, eternity. So it means the world's universe, period of time, age. So it's just going into a time frame. And America is is coming into 250 years. And the elders and the apostles of the great millstone, which I looked it up after they brought it out a while back through the Spirit of Prayer Yahweh Shema Shai, how the average kingdom only lasts about 250 years. And lo and behold, America from 1776 to July 4th, 1776 to July 4th, 2026 is going to be 250 years. And look how everything is collapsing. See, Trump talking about having balls and parties and redoing the White House and a parade. You see? But hey, this is what the end consists of, man. Killing dreams, man. All right? Exposure, violence, death. All right? Disease, plagues, pestilences, hardships, struggles. All right? That's what I want to get, so I don't forget. Damn. My fault, y'all. Matthew 24 and 4. And Yahweh shall answer and say unto them, take heed that no man deceive you, for many shall come in my name, saying, I am the anointed, and shall deceive many. So, hey, this is the end consists of what? Great time of the end consists of what? Great deception. Like many saying, oh, they're prophets. They are the anointed. Right? You can even have some people saying, oh, they're the Lord. Tripping. Let's get reading. I don't want to jump ahead. My fault. I'm tired, man. But many shall come in my name, saying, I am the anointed, and shall deceive many. You see, time of great deception. This is what the end consists of. There's going to be a lot of Jim Joneses out here. Hey, read that Micah the 7th chapter. There'll be nothing but troubles and backstabbing, man. You ain't better trust nobody out here. Matter of fact, let's get that. Father, how was will. We get that joint. Micah 7 and 1. Let's read it in the NLT. It says, how miserable I am. I feel like the fruit picker after the harvest, who can find nothing to eat. Not a cluster of grapes or a single early fig can be found to satisfy my hunger. So, righteousness is not going to be in the earth. Faith is not going to be in the earth. When you get 2nd Esdras, the 5th chapter. The only ones who are going to have this faith and righteousness are the elect of Israel. And guess what? Us as the hopeful elect and seeking to be the elect of Yahweh Shema Shah are scattered throughout America. So we're not up on each other, next door neighbors or in one neighborhood. So being that Yahweh Shema Shah got us scattered, hey, we are very limited and few in areas. You see? You see that? So it's just going to be chaos everywhere. The godly people have all disappeared. Not one honest person is left on the earth. They are all murderers, setting traps, even for their own brothers. You see? Both their hands are equally skilled at doing evil. Officials and judges alike demand bribes. The people with influence get what they want. And together they scheme to twist justice, so it's going to be every man for themselves. All right? It says, even the best of them is like a briar. The most honest is as dangerous as a hedge of thorns. So all these nice people, they so nice and sweet. He's so cool and she's so sweet. That's Pastor such and such. Man, that nigga a snake, man. That nigga stab in your ass. Right? This is a time of a horrific judgment, betrayal, violence. You're not going to be able to trust anybody. If they're not in this truth, you're not going to be able to trust them. All right? It says, but your judgment that is coming swiftly now. Your time of punishment is here, a time of confusion. So that's now. The end. Don't trust anyone, not your best friend or even your wife. For the son despises his father, the daughter defies her mother, the daughter-in-law defies her mother-in-law. Your enemies are right in your own household. You see? You see? Major deception, man. As a matter of fact. And at the same time, you can have people trying to say the Lord here, the Lord there, and the Lord's with them, and they've been protected, and they're going to snake you, man. They're going to trap you. We'll keep reading. As a matter of fact, let's get, see, this is what the end consists of. You got to ask yourself why people are going to betray one another. Because the mirth is gone, no more distractions, they have to face reality, hyperinflation, rationing, no power, no medicine, okay? The hopes and dreams are gone. Everything that they so-called worked so hard for, went to school for, making payments on, out the window. So people can say, oh, they wasted their whole life. We're going to be shooting each other, graping each other. We tell you all the time. All this, my guy is 11 guy. All that talk, well, we about to see how 11 your guy is. Everybody, that JC crap, that Christianity crap, well, y'all about to show y'all true colors because y'all been faking the whole time anyway. Y'all really about to show how brotherly and sisterly you are to one another. All right? Now, when you get 2nd Esdras, chapter 6, and 22, remember, this is what the end consists of. And suddenly shall the sown places appear in the sown, and the 4 storehouses shall suddenly be found empty. Bye. That's famine. That's famine. All right? And remember, hey, people can start rushing to the stores trying to get everything they can get. Then once they get it, that's gonna be it. You know, they might, you know, they're gonna ration. They can start rationing soon. They already starting ration gas in certain places, so they can start rationing food so people can't buy up everything. You know, and once it's all gone, that's it. Hey, people gonna be watching folks and seeing what they got. They know who is who. They can see where you live. People gonna be fighting over stuff. You see? So when it's gone, it's gone. All right? People be breaking in stores, stealing clothes, shoes, looking for medicine. The shelves are going to be bare. All right? They're going to be empty. It says, and the trumpet shall give a sound, which when every man heareth, they shall be suddenly afraid. So the news reports, alerts, prophecy coming to pass. At that time shall friends fight against one another like enemies. As we read of Michael, and the earth shall stand still. And the earth shall stand in fear with those that dwell therein. Hey, that's what we read in Daniel 12, Jeremiah 30. All right? The worst time Ephesus was a nation. Everyone's going to be terrified. I remember, the globe has been affected most definitely over here in America. And the earth shall stand in fear with those that dwell therein. The springs of the fount shall stand still, and in 3 hours they shall not run. So that's a collapse. Remember, no water, no movement, no water. Bye bye hydropower, bye bye electricity, bye bye clean water. So the water's gonna be contaminated. All right. Bye bye lights, bye bye shipments, bye bye movements, bye bye sanitation. Hello dehydration. Hello sicknesses, diseases. You see? And stores got to shut down when there's no water. You see? It's gonna be hot. You see? So people ain't have no AC, ain't no electricity. Matter of fact, cause hey, I said this the other day was on my spirit. That hey, I believe this gonna be the hottest summer ever. Cause they're not gonna have a choice but to ration out electricity, man. Certain hours use, do whatever. Certain hours like they were doing in Venezuela. All right, because of what's going on back east, and the energy supply, the oil supply, all that gonna hit. Now when you get Revelation 16, let's get the contaminated waters. 4, and the third angel poured out his vial upon the rivers and mountains of waters, and they became blood. Excuse me, meaning contaminated. You get Revelation 8 chapter. Wood worm, meaning the waters became bitter. All right. Matter of fact, let's get that real quick. Just to prove, we always got to prove it. Verse 11. Let's start at 10. It says, and the third angel sounded, and there fell a great star from heaven, burning as it were a flame, as it were a lamp, and it fell upon the third part of the waters, and upon the fountains of waters, over here in America. And the name of the star is called woodworm. And the third part of the waters became woodworm, and many men died of the waters because they were made bitter. Now, when you get Revelation 16, Revelation 8, my fault. Let's get that. See, people not going to just die because it was contaminated or made bitter. They're going to die because they drank it. And you're not going to be able to bathe in it. Revelation 8 and 9 in the NLT. 1/3 of all things living in the sea died. Oh, my fault. Let's jump down. I'm tripping. Here it is. My fault, man. I'm tired, y'all. I'm sorry. Whew. Revelation 11:8 NLT. It says the name of the star was bitterness. It made 1/3 of the water bitter, and many people died from drinking the bitter water. You see? So that's contaminated waters right there. So this is what the end consists of. Revelation 16 and 3. And the second angel poured out his vial upon the sea, and it became as the blood of a dead man. Every living soul died in the sea. And the third angel poured out of his vial upon the rivers and fountains of water, and they became blood, bitter, contaminated. And I heard the angel of the water say, Thou art righteous, O Lord Yahweh Shema Shai, which are and was and shall be, because thou hast judged us. For they have shed the blood of the saints and prophets, and thou hast given them blood to drink, for they are worthy. You see? It says, now this going into the heat. And I heard another out of the altar say, Even so, Lord God Yahweh Shema Shai Almighty, True and righteous are thy judgments. Why God doing it? He's so mean. It ain't my God. My God loving God, not my Jesus. You right, I ain't your God, I ain't your Jesus. This shit how about Shema Shai getting busy on you niggas. And we can be here too. But Lord willing, how about Shema Shai be with us to endure. All right, one thing about it, we got hope, you don't. Nah, boo boo. The Wadi how about Shema Shai, man. The Wadi how about Shema Shai. Because these Christians sit around and mock us and disrespectful and full of pride and trying to act, man. The hell with these goddamn Christians, man. I'm going to mock the shit out of them. At the same time, I'm humble, though. Like, I ain't proud now. How about Shema Shai? Take the Holy Spirit from me if you want to. Have me on some crazy. Hell no. Please, how about Shema Shai? Don't do that, please. It's Revelation 16:8. For the fourth angel poured out his vial upon the sun, and power was given unto him to scorch the men with fire. And remember last year and year before that, man, maintenance men were working on top of roofs. They were passing out. It was getting so hot, the shutters and the vinyl siding were melting off of houses. I believe in Arizona. It might have been Nevada as well, but I'm almost certain also in Arizona and parts of Cali, the damn rubber was melting on the road, man, from the tires. Everybody was having AC unit problems because the heat was stressing it out. And their homes, light bill was high as a daggone, I don't know, it was high as hell. Shit. AC in the vehicles are burning out. You see? People stroking out, heat strokes. Remember, past couple of years it's been so hot. Let's say, man, people that work outside need a heating tent or a cooling tent, and they need a 15-minute break to cool off. So we're at the end. So you best believe this gonna be one of the hottest, if not the hottest year ever recorded. Because we're at the end. And men were scorched with great heat. Hey, man, people were getting sunburned. I'm talking peeling skin, too. I'm talking bubbling, like sores, like bubbling, like they were cooking. Like they was in a damn crock pot. Damn. And men were scorched with great heat and blasphemed the name of God Yahweh, which has power over these plagues. And they repented not to give him glory. You see? How crazy is that? And the fifth angel poured out his vial upon the seat of the beast, and his kingdom was full of darkness, and they gnawed their tongues in pain. Meaning what? It's the end of their empire, man. Alright? These devils hurt. They finished. So when the empire go down, which this is what we're witnessing, if the leaders are in pain, gnawing their tongue in distress, anguish, then so are the citizens who cleaving unto this place and blaspheme the God of heaven because of their pains and their sores, and repenting not of their deeds. So people are not going to stop, man. All right? People going to keep doing their wickedness. But, repentance is only for Israel. You see? You see? So you talking daggone contaminated water, the highest level of heat ever recorded. I wouldn't be surprised people's shoes start melting at the bottom of their damn feet, man. When they walk, they wearing them sandals with them rubber straps across the top, probably burning down top of your damn feet. You women that like to wear them with your toes out, which, you're supposed to have your feet out anyway. Wearing them cheap ass sandals from Walmart. Got that goddamn plastic on them. Yeah. 2nd Ezra 6 and 24. Yeah. That was it. Yeah, that was it. So you see, this is what the end consists of. All right? Famine. Distress, deception, wickedness, evil, people plotting on each other. Okay? No 911, no social media, no internet, no power, food spoiler, stink, funk, sicknesses, people passing out, stroking out, dehydration, storms, and guess what? Nowhere to cool off. Because when the power out, you think, oh, man, I'm going to go in the house and turn my AC on. Like hell you is. Like hell you are. Now, we damn, the ration of power that's coming and brownouts and blackouts. A brownout is a power surge. All right? Well, man, I'm going to go in my car, man. I'm going to sit in the car, man. It's hot. So you probably, if you got a big-ass family, you got a little-ass car, damn. Everybody in that car, man, shit. Y'all had to take turns cooling off. Damn. That's right. Hey, how about Shimon Shabbat today? You about to do Babylon, man, real nice, man. I ain't gonna say dirty, because it's a just judgment. You about to do them real nice. That's gonna be crazy. Hey, you can't get to your ATMs, no money. You can cash your silver in the streets. Hyperinflation. Money ain't no good. People already ain't working. This is the apocalyptic. This is how apocalyptic, the revealing of the end, that it's gonna be, man. Let's go back to Matthew 24 and 6. Yahushua speaking. And you should have wars and rumors of wars, wars and reports of wars. See then that you be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. So these things are already happening, but they're going to increase and get worse. As we're going to read further down, Yahushua is going to tell us it's just the beginning of sorrows, but the end is not yet. As we just read, but the end is not yet. So meaning what? What we're seeing now is nothing compared to what we're about to see. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. We're seeing that, and it's going to escalate. And there shall be famines, you see? We just read it in the second address. End times. So the end, the apocalyptic times, the time of revealing of prophecy, all prophecies coming to pass, it's going to be what? Nation shall rise against nation. And this is causing economic collapse, global collapse. And kingdom against kingdom. And there shall be famines, right? Shortage of resources, food, water, medicine, all of that. The daily uses of man's life. Meaning, famine means an extreme shortage of. I'm gonna see what. I never looked this up in the blue letter. I just told you what the definition of famine was. I just wanted to see if they got anything extra. Scarcity of harvest, famine. Strong's definition: through the idea of destruction and scarcity of food, dearth, famine, hunger. Through the idea of destitution. The root word, lepa, to leave behind, forsake, to be left behind, to lag, be destitute, to lack, to be wanting, meaning lacking, to fail. Hey, also with that heat, when you read 2 Edges 15, the farmers, hell, when there ain't no water shit, the farmers finish anyway. You know? So, hey, man, it's just gonna all collapse, man. It's gonna finish. This is what the end consists of. I'm gonna go to the market. Well, we already read 2 Edges. The song Place Your Pen Song. Well, I know Larry, he got a nice little garden. You ain't on his damn food. Shit, that's for him. He and his family. So it's me nothing but robbing, stealing, and killing going on. As we read in Micah. As we read in 2 Edges 6. Friends shall fight against one another like enemies. So it's friends fighting against one another like enemies. What the hell you think enemies gonna do? You think everybody gonna be enemies? All right. The love of many wax coast be a time of chaos. All right. It says, "For they shall rise, and there shall be famines and pestilences." So diseases, people dropping dead, people sick, looking sick, being sick. We can see the sickness on people, man. People being malnourished, no medicine, and earthquakes. There's gonna be all type of natural disasters in different places. So these things are, they're gonna tell you in the 8th verse. All these are the beginning of sorrows. You see? NLT verse 8, but all this is only the first of the birth pains, with more to come. Yahweh Shah was quoting 2nd Esdras, the 16th chapter. When you start like the 37th verse, read down to the 39th verse. Sorrows shall come on from all sides as a woman in travail. So this is what the end consists of. And then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted. Let's read it in NLT. Then you will be arrested, persecuted, and killed. And you will be hated of all the world because you are my followers. You see? This is what's going to happen to the Israelites. Some of us will get snatched up. We get that all the time. 2nd Esdras 16 started like the 68th verse. Revelation 12 on down. Revelation 6 starting like the 8th verse. You see? And also those who's not in compliance with what's going on, they're coming after you too. And many will turn away from me and betray and hate each other. And many false prophets will appear and deceive many people. And you best believe the reason why people are going to be acting like the Lord with them during this time is to deceive so they can convince people to give them what they're lacking, man. So, but hey, man, people, that's going to show you, man, how desperate of situations people going to be, man. People going to pull out all types of stops and tricks. All right? Hey, Esau going to do his little thing with his deception. Many false prophets will appear and will deceive many people. Sin will be rampant everywhere, and the love of many will grow cold. You see? But the one who endures to the end will be saved. Right? And that's the elect of Israel. So this is what the end consists of. You want to go even deeper? And we get it all the time. People going to be breaking into each other's houses. Everything just going to be ran down. Cities, stoplights off. Cities crushed, ran down, ran through. I mean, we'll get it. We get it all the time. 2nd Esdras 6:5. I'm in the wrong chapter. So you could just read 2nd Esdras 15 and 16. It's breaking everything down. This is Yahweh Shema Shah judging Egypt as he did before. I'm gonna just start at verse 13. Egypt shall mourn, the citizens, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague. And punishment that God Yahweh shall bring upon it, they that till the ground shall mourn, and the seed shall fail through the blasting and hail and will fearful consolation. Famine, all right? Going to the food houses, suddenly being found empty. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein. For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands, war, civil war. It says, for there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard the kings nor princes in the course of their actions, stand in their power. Hey, that revolt, people can rise up against the government because of their situations. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able to control movement, curfews, chaos, for because of their pride the city shall be troubled, and the house shall be destroyed. Men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their house with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. I mean that sums it up. So this is how apocalyptic is going to get. This is how the end is going to be. Very violent and horrific. remember, as we broke down through the spirit and power Yahweh Shema Shai, the end consists of all these prophecies coming to pass, in which the Lord, Yahweh, through his only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai, through a service to prophets, who put the Holy Spirit on the surface of prophets to tell you. Alright? So I play this video real quick. And you best believe people are terrified. People are afraid. Alright? But see, they've been given a warning, man. 2/3 of Israel has been given a warning. Alright? But they chose not to take heed. Hey, you heathen. You've been told what your end is going to be. Alright? So, you here. It says key energy infrastructure destroyed and strikes, causing oil and energy price spike. Hello, hyperinflation, man, because it's coming.
I'm Atra El-Nashar in Washington. The economic impact of the Iran war is expanding. Stock exchanges around the world plummeting Thursday as global energy prices spike. U.S. gas prices have risen every single day of this war, and experts warn of bigger hikes as Israel and Iran ramp up their strikes on energy facilities.
Oh, yeah, I forgot to say it. Bye-bye mom and pop's businesses, these stores, they're going to shut down. All that. Yeah, I think that's it.
20 days into the war with Iran, economic fallout from potentially game-changing shocks to global energy markets. It began Wednesday when Israeli strikes hit Iranian facilities on South Pars gas field, the largest natural gas reserves in the world. Facilities belonging to Qatar on the same site also damaged. President Trump claims Israel didn't tell him in advance. No more attacks will be made by Israel, Trump said, unless Iran unwisely decides to attack a very innocent, in this case Qatar, in which instance the United States of America, with or without the help or consent of Israel, will massively blow up the entirety of the South Pars gas field. Iran did retaliate, striking energy infrastructure belonging to Arab nations across the Gulf, including Qatar.
This attack will have huge repercussions on oil or energy supplies around the world.
These strikes shocking even the most seasoned energy experts.
It's an energy analyst. You look at this from the perspective of numbers and data, but then you have the aspect of like, how did we get here, and is this going to get better? And there's just some like thoughts in the back of your head that, you know, when these types of things happen, how apocalyptic is it going to get?
Gas Buddy's Patrick DeHaan estimates Americans are spending an additional $500 million on gas and diesel per day than they were a month ago. A gallon of gas up 96 cents on average over the past month, according to AAA.
I thought it would be worse. Much worse, actually. I thought there was a chance it could be much worse. It's not bad, and it's going to be over with pretty soon.
There's a lot of irreparable damage happening that will take months to fix.
Experts are watching the broader impact on the U.S. economy. Economists surveyed by the Wall Street Journal this week believe there's a 32% chance of recession in the next 12 months. Their consensus is also that recession odds will tip past 50% if oil prices reach $138 per barrel for 3.5 months. Oil prices Thursday hovering around $109. In Washington, I'm Atra El-Nashar.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about the Great Depression, Part 2. Bye-bye stock market, everything, just the whole system going to collapse. That's a part of the first chapter. Now, real quick, I got a couple articles. Real quick. Check these joints out right here. It says U.S. fighter jet hit by Iranian fire is forced into emergency landing. Iran don't got no firepower though. Everything is destroyed. Oh, okay. It says Chinese missiles targeting U.S. Navy could trigger overnight warship, experts warns. The range Trump threats drove U.S. ally to plot blowing up its own runways. Yeah, because Trump told me, hey, we don't need your approval. We could just use your runway and bases, man. Donald Trump may have chickened out on seas in Greenland in favor of bombing Iran, but his allies in Europe are still having nightmares about his land grab push. Denmark, the NATO member that formerly owns the autonomous Arctic territory, was so freaked out by the president's threats of invading Greenland that they even came up with a wild plot to bomb runways on the vast island, according to Danish outlet DR. So they said, well, like, yo, they do that shit. They ain't got to worry about you flying over there. Officials are investigating reports of unidentified drones over an army base in D.C. Yes, it's drones over D.C., man, the White House. So they trying to figure out what's going on with that. So, man, shit, Esau playing with himself. You know, all that damn technology, you don't know what's what. And then man, get the hell out of here, man. See, they doing everything to try to justify them bombing or trying to about to nuke Iran, whatever the hell it is they're going to do. But you losing, though. Iran get hit, too. But America, you losing. Big bad military. I saw a report earlier. It says 9,000 people, 9,000 troops quit, came home. I don't know how true it is. I looked it up, but I only seen one article. I seen a video on it, but they ain't going to it. They just titled it that. So they ain't going to it. But the article said they return home, but shit, they return home, them niggas quit. But if they quit, I don't see how they just came over here by themselves without no type of punishment. I mean, like, I don't know, man. Like, kind of, shit, I know niggas ain't signed up for the military and everybody is rebelling against against Trump's orders. I do know that much for a fact, guaranteed. So, hey, the mighty men have foreborn the fight. It says 12 Arab and Islamic countries unite to condemn heinous Iranian attacks. Well, at the end of the day, all these nations is going to come, Iran, the Islamic nation, all these other Islamic nations are going to come together, and they're going to destroy America and Israel. All right? You get that second Acts 15, it says, so like I think like the 30th verse, it says Iran and the dragons of Arabia conspired together. The word conspired goes into an evil plot. All right? To take out the Syrians. And the Syrians to the United States, man. Over there in the Middle East. Them bases, them troops. Also them Israelis. They Edomites too. Modern day Assyrians. It says early CV-19 demic death toll much higher than official count. We already know. You ain't have to tell us. They go to show you that joint severe, man, because, hey, these deaths still mounting up because of that situation. It says USPS says it may not deliver mail in a year. Damn. It says WHO officials admit they are preparing for possible nuclear weapon use in Iran. It says a man was eaten by worms alive in front of a crowd after accepting praise as a god. The only gods on the earth are the Israelites, the elect men. All right, beginning with the preachers, teachers, and prophets, and we pray with them men. It says stage 5 crisis confirmed. 500 years of data suggests we are entering the final days of the post-World War II order. The country's flying blind. Leading think tank warns U.S. is woefully underprepared for a Great Depression level meltdown. Because these people don't know what's going on. Why? Because, America pushes their own propaganda as if everything is all right. And you got to ask yourself why they do that. Because they don't want the people to panic and freak out until the last minute. And see, this is also another reason why they three, Russia, China, Iran, for everything, so they can look like they the saviors, the saving grace, and they got the solution to the problems. But no, you are the problem. You the ones doing it. It's like them damn drones. That's y'all. Of course, they're spending, say Iran, they got people over here with drones. They ain't come over here with the damn drone. What, they snuck it in through the pants? Oh, let me guess, somebody stole it from your base. Y'all just come up with some bunch of crazy shit, man. Think everybody supposed to believe it. It says 2 parts of the world would be spared from nuclear war fallout. Ex-CIA spy exists. And when you go on tour, you talking about South America, certain parts of Europe, Eastern Asia, Africa. He said a few more spots, which he's that sounds about right. And we don't know exactly which parts of America are gonna actually get hit, but we know America and Israel are gonna get destroyed. So, but what he said, it sounds about right. It says Iran was not rebuilding nuclear enrichment. U.S. intelligence finds. It says, yeah, we hit this yesterday, but that's it. That's it. That's all we got. $200 oil no longer crazy idea as Middle East supply collapses. Hey, didn't we do a report on that about a week or two ago? Through the Spinning Pay How about Shimon Shah? My girl Lena Patrol said, hey, oil could possibly go up to $150 to $200 a barrel. And we did the math on that, man. You talking about $5, $6 plus for regular. And higher, and that's higher, and it would be higher depending upon your location. So East Coast, you probably see about $10 a G. $10 a gallon, man. Shit. That'll be goddamn. You put $4 in the tank, that's 4 gallons. Where you going? Right back in the damn house. I know I ain't going no damn well. I drive a big ass V10. Hell no. Hell no, I go from one driveway to the other. $200 oil no longer crazy idea as Middle East supply collapse. Yo, they going through. Hey, this place is finished, man. You got to be excited. Hey, you got the joke.
I don't know about y'all, but I'm kind of glad my daddy.
Real ass up. Hey, you got to joke and be excited, man. You got to joke, be excited at the same time. You know, hey, just feel you how about Shimon Shah, which we always gonna do that, but we got to joke too, man. Shit, the Lord said we're gonna be joyful and laughing and rejoicing these times. Yeah, we should, cause hey, we know we got to go through it, but hey, ain't no sit around moping. Yeah, we can have. Hey, this will be days that we ain't gonna eat every day. But hey, the meals that you have about your mom shop feed us, hey, it's gonna hold us. Well, man, we're gonna be pumped full of nutrients. You know, we can have shelter and covering, whatever that look like. It don't matter. But hell, we're gonna be in a hell of a lot better situation than everybody else. There ain't no sitting around moping and shit, man. I'm nagging, complaining, whining. I ain't got time for that shit, man. Crack a joke of 10, man. Stop playing. Let me see. Man, sit your coon ass down. But yeah, that's it, man. Stay prayed up in the names of how about Shema Shalom. Oh yeah, Iran warns U.S. voters that the Pentagon's $200 billion request is just the start of a $1 trillion war bill. Shalom.